Greetings, my Christian brothers and sisters. I'm right now here in that is Turbida and Nordo. The reason I'm here, I'm trying to see if my spiritual brother Nonito Abo is here. As I check it, maybe he's here because there's some thing that here that is not really normal, okay? So I know that somebody is here. I isolated and quarantined myself inside my car, and this is Smiley, okay? He is the one that, because you know, LA is not a good place, so that once I'm sleeping, they think somebody is with me. And Smiley is here, my artificial friend, okay? I have here a, I made this one, okay, from a, where a candy used to be, okay? Garapon na candy, na plastic. Kinat ko, ginawa kong face shield. Anyway, this is funny, but it can be helpful, okay? Now you see, what it looks like. Okay, so from the candy, and then this is the one, parang maliit na planggana. Okay, and then I make a, so I cut it here around. Okay, then I insert that from the candy. So you see, that's the way I did it. Alright, that is the step by step how the transition, the final one, okay? So now this is the way I improve it, okay? So this is the transition, the innovation that I'm doing. And first you see it's from a where you put a candy. You see it's really funny, huh? I cut. It looks like Iron Man. Okay, there you are. I put a super glue already. Okay, so this one is the final. Then you can really make a lot of things about this one, okay? This is what they call survival of the fittest. Okay, I'm inside my car. The aircon is on. Oh boy, it's very hot outside. That's the reason, that's the way that I'm going to quarantine myself, self-isolation. And my car is very helpful. A small one, economical, and gasoline. And anyway, I'm all by myself here in America. Okay, so this is the most practical way. Rather than renting an apartment or a room, I'd rather stay in my car right now. That's the best way to quarantine and isolate yourself. Plus my face shield, and once I go out, I'll put it, and looks funny, but who cares? Funny me. What? You live or die. That's it. Okay. You can do a lot of things about this face shield. You put a bonnet like that. Okay. So looks good, right? Fashionable, okay? Okay. There's a lot of things that you can do about the space shield, eh? Huh. Now you see, and then the bonnet, right? And then put a bandana. Perfect. You see that? It covers your face and everything, and you can breathe. Really comfortable. That's the problem I'm having. A face shield and then a face mask. It's hard for me to, you know, the breathing. Anyway, with the bandana, will protect you. This one will really easy breathing. Okay, so you don't need now the face mask. So now, God, it's good. So it saved me a lot of money because those face masks sometimes, you know, you have to throw it and then buy again, or some you have to wash it, and then anyway it will be again easy. It will be destroyed again or what, unusable. Then you buy again. So I eliminate that. Too much money financially. Okay. You know what, those face masks, how much it costs right now? $5 each, even $10. You know what, people are adopting. Those unemployed now is making money. Another business. Those face masks, big business right now here in LA. The reason also I made my own face shield, you can check the internet how much they are selling this face shield, and I'm not comfortable with it because, you know, it's open, the one at the bottom. I'm not comfortable with that. This is my family, my daughter and my son. My daughter and my son-in-law have a business back in the Philippines, and this is G. Manyo Romero. I told them to buy a reliable car, even a small car, so that due to the situation right now, we are not sure. Okay, so I told them to use the money I gave them and buy a reliable car, and this is what they bought. Okay, and this is their business back in the Philippines. Perfecto Tadiaman, the former superintendent of Summer School Parks and Trade and Summer School of Fisheries, when he came back from America way back 1956, he built the first backyard tilapia farming in General Luna, that is our ancestral land. So I was introduced to tilapia when I was small, so I know about tilapia. My oldest brother, Arthur, actually is the one that asked me to find a business here in America that we can monopolize, and I found one that is the live tilapia market. That is no foreign competitor because it is live market tilapia, okay, industry, not the frozen live market. This is the reason also when Rocky Friends asked me to make a presentation for his new investors, the Filipino-American. When I created that video in Tagalog, he was surprised because he don't expect how much knowledge I know about tilapia. Tilapia is not due to Asians. This was introduced to us after World War II, the cheap source of protein. Okay, Mozambique is the one that was introduced to Asia from Africa. Food and energy, the most important commodities in the future. We should do some actions in research and development and innovation for the future of our children's children. From 2001 to 2007, I did my independent research and development and innovation in aquaculture from 2003 to 2007. I transferred to Aqua Farming Tech Incorporated to test my broodstock red and golden orange tilapia with the approval of Rocky Friends to test it in this farm. He is also the founder and CEO. When I was in Aqua Farming Tech, I collaborated with Rocky Friends in research and development and innovation in intensive culture system in aquaculture. Most of it are out-of-the-box ideas, and the experimentation we have done was recorded in videos and in my personal journals. Rocky Friends and me, Efren and Tadiaman, had done some innovations never been tried in aquaculture. Rocky and me is the same age. We are born in 1957. We are the baby boomer. Aqua Farming Tech is the definitive leader in the industry. State-of-the-art aquaculture operations are conducted from the two farms encompassing 120 acres. Always an industry innovator. Aqua Farming Tech is the first farm with more than 60 tanks, one of the first farms to build above the ground cement tanks, and the first farm to utilize a mechanical aerator to improve the oxygenation of the water, the first farm to develop and implement method of recycling water, and the first farm to generate significant percentage of its power from solar, and the first farm to self-manufacture its own feed, and the only farm endorsed and accredited by the state of California to do and accept training and education of people about intensive culture system in aquaculture.
In a world with increasingly limited land for growing food, we invest in agricultural enterprises that produce the highest possible yield per acre. We also leverage that strength by using the most efficient energy resources on the planet. It's no secret that some of the smartest investors in the world are betting on the development of highly efficient methods of growing food in smaller spaces. People like George Soros, Warren Buffett, and Bill Gates have seen the numbers and added farmland to their portfolios. Here's what they know. The world's population is projected to be 40% higher by 2050 than it is today. That's not far down the road, and yet our farmland is shrinking every year. An estimated worldwide equivalent of 40% of California's agricultural land is lost every 18 months, which will result in a dramatic increase in the cost of food. But there's hope and opportunity. There are methods of farming that can address these frightening numbers and help feed a hungry planet while generating profits for forward-thinking investors. In short, a chance to do well by doing good. In this respect, New Global Energy Business Unit, Aqua Farming Tech, has been at the forefront of developing and implementing the most advanced sustainable methods of producing premium seafood since 1993. Its operations are located just east of Palm Springs in the heart of the Coachella Valley in California. When Aqua Farming Tech started, global aquaculture accounted for less than 10% of seafood consumption. Now it's about 40%. The United States imports about 86% of its seafood, only half of which is wild caught. In fact, what looks like a brilliant idea now had its critics 20 years ago, as our aquafarming manager, industry legend Rocky French explains.
When we started, everybody was thinking that we were crazy because we're trying to build fish farm in the desert. It turned out this is the very best place to start fish farming.
But as ideal as the Coachella Valley is for growing tilapia, this type of farming also has its pitfalls. In California and elsewhere, other fish farms have shut down as a result of 3 persistent issues. We're fortunate that Rocky and the rest of our technical team have met these challenges.
High density type of fish farming, you're faced with like 3 major problems. Electricity, feed, and water. In our case, we're able to mitigate our problem by putting a solar array. We save about, we save about 80 to 90% of our electric bill already. The second issue was water use. And of course, in the farm, we're doing recirculation. We pump the water, it goes into our reservoir, gets cleaned up by the water vegetation. One of the major costs of fish production is feed. We figured that if we could build our own feed mill, design our own feed, and have better control on what type of ingredients that we could put in the feed, this would be a major contribution to the production of good quality, sustainable type of fish.
In addition to producing our own feed, Aquafarming Tech has developed a proprietary fish feeding methodology that is projected to save up to 70% of the overall feed cost. The program involves feeding our fish green algae for the first 4 months in the grow-out ponds. In their natural environment, tilapia, which are vegetarian, feed on nutrient-rich algae and other aquatic plants. This sustainable technique dramatically lowers the feed cost, and the oxygen-producing action of the algae reduces electricity costs by diminishing the need to run mechanical paddle wheels to aerate the water during the day when the electricity rates are at their highest. By successfully solving critical cost issues that confront fish farming in this area, we lead the industry in tilapia farming, and we are in a position to acquire or lease other California fish farms as they have closed. Because Aquafarming Tech has perfected high-density aquafarming, our yields are much higher per acre than traditional fish farming. Most farms yield about 1,200 to 1,500 fish per acre, while we average 30 to 35,000 fish per acre.
I personally presented this video to his new investors, the Filipino-American, and I own this video. And somebody even tried to steal this video. This is the only copy, okay? I edited it with only a VCR, and the original is in VHS.
Nandito po tayo ngayon sa compound ng Aqua Farm Tech dito sa Avenue 81, Termer, California. Dito ho nag-start ang Aqua Farm Tech. Ito ay 10 years ago na inumpisahan ho ng ating CEO na si Rafi Friends. Makikita nyo ho dito yung ating mga circular tanks. Ito ho yung mga 90-footer na circular tanks. Ito ang ating bread and butter. Makikita nyo ho ang aeration na ginagamit namin dito ay mga paddy wheel. Yan ho ay 5 horsepower. Kung isang yun nasa kabila ay 2 horsepower. Bali 7 horsepower ho ang ginagamit namin ng mga paddy wheel dito. Ang stocking density ho namin dito sa mga 90-footer nito at 100-footer ng mga tangke around 40 to 50,000 pounds na live fish. So 40 to 50,000 yung mga 1 pounder na mga tilapia ang laman ng mga tangking ito. Yung bahay na yan, ang bahay ho ni Big Mama at ni Dr. Hirado. Yan ho ang mag-asawang yan ang sumuporta dito ho sa ating CEO si Rafi Friends nung tinatayo niya itong aqua farming na ito sa Avenue 81. Itong mga circular tank na ito, si Rafi Friends din ho ang nag-introduce dito sa Southern California upang gamitin sa pagtitilapia. Very efficient ho itong mga circular tank na ito, especially kung very high ho ang stocking density. Yung ating mga competitors na nagtitilapia, bali si Rocky Friends din ho ang mga gumawa ng kanilang mga circular tank. Ito yung ating holding tank. Dito natin inilalagay yung ating mga produce na ready for market na tilapia. Ayan ho, makikita nyo yung ating aeration na uplift pump na isa, ayan ho. At saka yung sa likod, yung mga paddy wheel ho. Intensive din ho ang ating aeration system dito dahil unang-una, nandito na ho yung mga tilapiang ready for market, mga live tilapia. Bali ho, ang market natin dito sa Amerika ng tilapia are live market. Hindi ho frozen market ang ating market. Mga buhay hong tilapia ang ating binebenta. At yung makikita, kami ho ang supplier na dito sa Southern California and Northern California. Bali ho ang produce natin, mga live tilapia, ay nakakarating ho sa San Diego, Los Angeles, Sacramento, San Jose, hanggang San Francisco po. Doon nyo makikita yung ating mga produkto. Kung kayo ho ay pumupunta sa mga store at makikita nyo sa aquarium yung mga tilapia, o kaya sa restaurant, may makikita kayong tilapia na nakalagay sa aquarium, yun ho ay ating mga produce. Bali, we're the only one who can really supply the live market ho. Local ho ang supply ng live market. So, binibenta ho natin kung ating produce na tilapia, not less than $2 a pound. Dahil ho, very expensive ho ang pagtitilapia dito sa Amerika. Ayan ho, makikita nyo yung ating mga feed bin, lalaki ho. Bali, 5 tons ho ang mga laman yan. Yan ho ang sikreto ng ating tilapia. Kaya masarap po ang ating tilapia, yung waste management at saka ang pinapakain ho natin dyan yung mga feeds. Hindi ho algae ang kinakain mostly ng ating tilapia. Kaya ho walang offbeat na lasa yung ating mga tilapia. Masarap po. Ito ho yung aming mga 60-footer na mga tangke. Ito ho namin inilalagay yung mga fingerlings na galing sa 30-footer. Ayan ho, yan ho yung mga 60-footer natin. Ito ho, piniprepare ho namin ito. 60-footer na ito na tangke. Diyan ho namin ilalagay yung fingerlings na galing dito sa mga 30-footer. Yan ho yung ating mga 30-footer na mga tangke. Bali, ang ginagamit na aeration ho namin dito is air pump. Makikita nyo ho, itong mga 30-footer na ito na mga tangke. Meron ho mga takip na mga net at chicken wire to prevent the birds in eating our fingerlings, especially mga pelicans ho, napakarami ho dito. At saka ho yung mga night bird, pag pipiestahan ho itong ating fingerlings, kung hindi ho natin tatakpan ito ng net at mga chicken wire. Ayan ho, makikita nyo yung ating mga fingerlings. Medyo malabo lang ho, hindi natin maanino ng maigi. Diyan ho namin inilalagay yung aming from hatchery, fry. Doon ho namin hina-hatch yung mga iklog sa hatchery. And then, after that, we put it here sa 30-footer ho. Bali ho, ang aming produce, number 1 right now is tilapia. Pero ang ako farming set from 40 acres na farm na tilapia ay diversified na po sa produkto dahil meron na ho tayong catfish farm located ho ito sa 66, Avenue 66. Ito ho ay 80 acres na catfish farm. So ang produce ho natin from tilapia, catfish at ngayon ho we will try to raise shrimp dito ho sa Southern California. Magiging pioneer na naman po yung ating si Rocky Friends sa pag-raise ng shrimp for live market dito sa Southern California. Yung mga oval tank yan, yung mga naunang mga tangking ginawa ho ng ating CEO nung sila ho ay nag-uumpisa dito sa Avenue 81. Yan ho. At ito yung mga circular tank na ito rin ho, yung mga naunang circular tank na itinayo niya dito sa Avenue 81, ito ho ay mga 60-footer. Nung sila nag-uumpisa nila, Big Mama at Dr. Hilado. Yan ho, makikita niyo ho sa gitna yung holding tank. Diyan ho nila nilalagay yung kanilang hinarvest dito sa 60-footer, ready for market noon ho sila nag-uumpisa. Kanina pa ho natin pinag-uusapan ng tilapia. Ang tilapia ho sa mga Asian, hindi ho bago ito. Bali, introduce ho sa atin ito yung mga 1950s ho, itong tilapia. At Mozambique ang species ho na introduce ho sa atin. Ang late 50s ho na dinala ito sa Asia. Bali, ang tilapia ho belongs to the cichlid family ho. Ayan ho, makikita nyo yung relatives ng tilapia. Ayan ho. Ang mukha ho ng tilapia yan. Ayan, another cichlid na isda that belongs to the cichlid family na where tilapia belongs. Mga isda mga mouth brooder ho ito. Bali ho sila pagka ho, ayan ho makikita at dun very protective ho itong mother tilapia, kaya ho sila mabilis dumami. Ayan ho yung isang klase ng tilapia dun sa Africa. Nakikita nyo ho. Bali ang tilapia ho, upon maturity, mga 5 to 6 months, nagbe-breed na po yan at nilalagay nila sa bunganga nila yung mga iklog. Actually, yung mga Egyptians ho, ang mga unang nag-breed ng tilapia. Bali ho si Cleopatra, ang kinain ho niya tilapia. Pati ho si Julius Caesar, si Mark Antony, nakakain ho ng tilapia. Dahil ho ang tilapia, ito ay native ng Africa at Middle East. Doon ho sa Israel, tawag ho nila dito Saint Peter Fish dahil ito pa yung mga hinuli ng mga apostles at ito pa yung mga pinakain nila sa mga ni Jesus Christ, sa mga tao. Nakalagay ho yan sa Biblia. Yan ho, mga 5 to 6 months lang ho yung tilapia nga, nagbe-breed na. Yan ho yung tilapia na napakalaki. So, ayan ho, makikita niyo yung tilapia nga, napakalaki ho niyan. Saan ho ba yan makikita? Yung tilapia yan, saan kaya galing yung tilapia yan? Laki naman ito. Iyan ho, ang baby ng ating CEO si Rocky Friends. Dito ho niyo makikita yan sa Avenue 81. Dito pinapakita ho yung rootstock natin. Ayan ho. Kung may yung iklog ho dun tilapia dun sa bunganga. Yan ho si Tatay Kare. So nag-observe ho dito sa ating fish farm dahil sa Pilipinas sabi ho sa kanya ay mag-seminar, kaya old timer ho ito, American citizen ho yan. Sabi niya, ba't ako magse-seminar, puntahan ko na lang yung aking kaibigan na si Rocky Friends at doon na lang mag-seminar. Kaya ho nandiyan siya at inobserbahan niya yung ating pagtitilapia dito sa Amerika. Bale yan ho, si Rolly pinapakita na naman yung ayan, yung female tilapia. Nakikita niyo ho yung iklog na nasa bunganga at nilalagay ho nila dun sa balde. Bale ho, kinukolekta nila yung mga iklog sa bunganga ho ng tilapia. At yun po ay dadalhin natin dun sa hatchery at dun ho natin i-incubate. Bale ho, Ang in-charge naman dun ho ay ang ating farm manager na si Irma. Bali ho makikita niyo ho dito si Arman, si Rolly, si Tatay Kare at yung ating CEO na si Rocky Friends. Na only this time yung ho makikita itong nakalusong sa tubig. Dahil ho very ho siya dito sa ating mga broodstock na ito. Talaga hong man to man ang kanyang pagbabantay at chinecheck niya how healthy and how kung okay pa ang ating mga broodstock. And ho, si Tatay Kare, nag-observe ho siya dito sa ating farm. Yung kanyang matututuhan ho dito sa ating tilapia ay magagamit niya sa Pilipinas dahil balak ho ni Tatay Kare na magtilapia ho sa Pilipinas. At siya ay pinagse-seminar pa doon. Sabi niya, doon na lang ako sa Amerika mag-seminar at pumunta na lang ako doon sa aking kaibigan na si Rocky Friends. Ayan ho si Armand, kapatid ho yan ni Rolly. Yan ho yung ating farm manager na naka-assign sa Avenue 66. Yun ho sa ating Cactus Farm. Bali ang this is the 6th time na kanilang pag-spawning ng tilapia ho. Bali ang ginagamit nating spawning tank natin dito is dirt pond. Bali ho yung mga tilapia, gumagawa ho, yung male tilapia, gumagawa ho ng nest. At dun ho nilalagay ng female tilapia. Yung kanyang itlog at ipe-fertilize naman ho ng male. Kanya bitawan ito sa kanyang bunganga. See to it na ito ho ay magsusurvive. Yan ho ang sikreto ng tilapia kung bakit sila mabilis dumami.
So wala nang itlog?
Wala na, puro na ito.
Okay. So, ito ng last batch.
Dalawang incubator class, ito na yung natira. Sa top na may oxygen na.
Oh, okay. I started in S&T farm. And with me, okay, is Arman, Rolly, and Marcos. These are the Francelito brothers and Irma. And when we transferred to Rocky, because the farm was bought by another Filipino guys, so we transferred to Rocky, and these are the person also with me. Complete video of intensive culture system in aqua farming. The video I created an overview of intensive tilapia farming. This was my concept. This farm do not exist. The video is not endorsing anybody or a product. It is pure for educational purpose. I asked the former president of American Tilapia Association, Mr. Ray DeWandel, for comments, as he was the one of the more knowledgeable people in the aquaculture industry and an authority on the subject 2006. He opined that the appropriate agency for distribution is the American Tilapia Association because it is beneficial to the aquaculture industry. Note: Google search will only endorse the most relevant and important topic in their first window from 1 to 20. Usually. Aquaculture, an overview of intensive tilapia farming in Coachella Valley, Riverside County, California, USA. Researched and written and narrated by Efren Tadiaman. No warranties. The viewers should be well aware that this documentation is just that an overview of tilapia farming in Coachella Valley, California, USA, and the videographer possibly documented for 4 years whatever he have observed and seen in the most objective and balanced manner possible. Accordingly, The videographer had spent a lot of time and effort researching and reading books, magazines, and articles about aquaculture, and the viewers may not rely on any statement in or associated from this documentation as a definite opinion in or any given situation, or even to the scope of applicable aqua farming. Neither the videographer nor the distributor make any warranty that any information from this documentation is accurate or appropriate for any specific purpose or use. Any question should be consulted to any authority regarding aquaculture. Table of contents. Video is approximately 25 minutes, and these are the following topics. Number 1, Introduction to Intensive Culture System. Number 2, History and Origin of Tilapia, including classifications. Number 3, Natural Spawning and Morphology. Number 4, broodstock preparations and conditioning for synchronous spawning. Number 5, broodstock development, three-way crossing. Number 6, collections of eggs for artificial incubation. Number 7, hatchery. Number 8, hatchery, artificial incubation, and fry collections. Number 9, water chemistry and other factors affecting the growth of fish or tilapia. Number 10, modular stocking of tilapia from fry, fingerling, juvenile to grow out tanks to market. Number 11, different types of feeding and feeders. Number 12, definition of circular concrete tank being a self-cleaning tank. Number 13, harvesting and grading system. Number 14, waste management and water exchange. Number 15, transporting produce to live market. Introduction. Intensive culture system requires relatively good, if not advanced technical know-how, highly skilled workers, good equipments and instrumentations, and a very good financial backup to sustain a high stocking density. Keeping and growing tilapia from fry to stocker size entails a lot of responsibilities, which means an expenditure of money but also time. Through continuous innovation and research, many problems are solved in intensive culture system, but greatly affected financially those privately funded commercial developments. Serious efforts towards practical and efficient tank design and understanding harnessing the available natural resources reduce the production costs. Tilapia, native to Africa and Middle East, captured and fished since biblical times. In Israel, they are called St. Peter fish. The ancient Egyptians bred and raised them as source of food. The capacity of tilapia to adapt to a wide range of environmental situations surpasses that practically all other fish species. It is precisely this capability that has resulted in their being used as an important food source in many tropical countries, where they are now farmed like carp or trout in Europe and North America. Tilapia, the second most common farm-raised food fish in the world. The development of quality broodstock is one of the key in the success of intensive tilapia farming. Three-way crossing of different species of tilapia is usually done. The species that are most commonly reared in aquaculture are in genus Orychromis. These include the Nile tilapia, Orychromis niloticus, the Mozambique tilapia, Orychromis mozambicus, the blue tilapia Orychromis aureus and Orychromis hornorum. The main objective of broodstock development is to tailor-fit it to the condition of the existing water of the farm, temperature, environmental and nutritional requirements to achieve the maximum growth rate from fry to stacker size the shortest time possible. Record keeping of the length-weight relationship, growth rate potential to age is a must to every farm. By religiously monitoring and recording this important data will be your barometer in the eggs production during spawning. In industrialized tilapia farming, breeders should produce uniform offspring, meaning like you are growing only one tilapia or two, which numbers in million. Male and female tilapia are meticulously inspected by the highly trained technician. The female tilapia are separated from the male and put into conditioning tank, thus triggering gonadal atresia. Being able to do synchronous spawning, production of eggs is maximized. Broodstock has always maintained on high protein diet to maintain production of quality eggs, thus resulting to healthy fry. Male tilapia begins courtship display in front of the female. Only the male takes an initiative in courtship, while the female plays merely a passive role. Female tilapia responded to courting. Male banded monogamous pair remain together until the fertilized eggs is picked up by the female, and the male tilapia will immediately look for another female and will readily mate again. Almost all tilapia are mouth brooders, where one of the parents takes up the eggs into its mouth for hatching. Cannibalism between fingerlings and fry are high among tilapia. The fingerlings will eat anything alive that is near, even fry. The female tilapia looks after the fry until they are able to swim around independently. The female tilapia will open her mouth as a refuge whenever any danger threatens the young. The spawning pond sex ratio is 1:3. Tilapia eggs are collected from the mouth of the female tilapia for artificial incubation. Bear in mind that production of eggs in intensive tilapia farming is stronger than grow out of tilapia. The accurate record of spawning are very important in investigating the environmental or behavioral requirements needed for successful production of eggs may depend on being able to replicate these special circumstances that trigger spawning are multifactorial, consisting perhaps of combination of factors such as water temperature, presence of natural food for the survival of the fry, photoperiod, and change in water chemistry. The female tilapia where eggs are collected are transferred to conditioning tank in preparation for another spawning.
requires relatively good if not advanced technical know-how, highly skilled workers, good equipment and instrumentations, and a very good financial backup to sustain a high stocking density. Keeping and growing tilapia requires market size and takes a lot of responsibilities, which means an expenditure not only money but also time. Through continuous innovation and research, many problems are solved in the intensive culture system, but greatly affected financially those partly funded commercial developments. Serious efforts towards practical and efficient tank design and understanding harnessing the available natural resources reduce the production costs. Tilapia, native to Africa and Middle East, captured the fish since biblical times. In Israel, they are called St. Peter's fish. The ancient Egyptians bred and raised them as source of food. The capacity of tilapia to adapt to a wide range of environmental situations surpasses the practical role under fish species. It is precisely this capability that has resulted in their being used as an important food source in many tropical countries, where they are now farmed like cargo trout in Europe and North America. Tilapia, the second most common farm-raised fish in the world. The development of quality broodstock is one of the key in the success of intensive tilapia farming. Three-way crossing of different species of tilapia is usually done. The species that are most commonly reared in aquaculture are in genus Orychromis. These include the night tilapia, Orychromis niloticus, the Mozambique tilapia, Orychromis mozambicus, the blue tilapia, Orychromis aureus, and Orychromis hornorum. The main objective of broodstock development is to tailor fit it to the condition of the existing water of the farm, temperature, environmental and nutritional requirements to achieve the maximum growth rate from fry to status size the shortest time possible. Record keeping of the length-weight relationship, growth rate potential to age is a must to every farm. By religiously monitoring and recording this important data will be your barometer in the eggs production during spawning. In industrialized tilapia farming, breeders should produce uniform offsprings, meaning like growing only one or two tilapia which numbers in millions. Male and female tilapia are meticulously inspected by the highly trained technician. The female tilapia are separated from the male and put into conditioning tank, thus triggering gonadal attrition. Being able to do synchronous spawning, production of eggs is maximized. Broodstock are always maintained on high protein diet to maintain production of quality eggs that result into healthy fry. Male tilapia begins courtship display in front of the female. Only the male takes an initiative in courtship, while the female plays merely a passive role. Female tilapia are responded to courtship. Male-banded monogamous pair remain together until the fertilized eggs is picked up by the female, and male tilapia will immediately look for another female and will readily meet again. Almost all tilapia are mouth brooders, where one of the parents takes up the eggs into its mouth for hatching. Cannibalism between fingerlings and fry are high among tilapia. The fingerlings will eat anything alive that is near eating fry. The female tilapia looks after the fry until they are able to swim around independently. The female tilapia will open her mouth as a refuge whenever any danger threatens the young. The spawning pond sex ratio is 1:3. Tilapia eggs are collected from the mouth of the female tilapia for artificial incubation. Bear in mind, the production of eggs in intensive tilapia farming is stronger than grow out of tilapia. The accurate record of spawning are very important in investigating the environmental or behavioral requirements needed for successful production of eggs may depend on being able to replicate these special circumstances that trigger spawning are multifactorial, consisting perhaps of combination of factors such as water temperature, presence of natural food for the survival of the fry, photoperiod and change in water chemistry. The female tilapia where eggs are collected are transferred to conditioning tank in preparation for another spawn. Reproductive success or hatchability must be done within age classes or on fish of similar sizes. Should produce 80 to 100% male offspring, and sex reversal should not be more than 20%. Tilapia hatchery.
As what you can see here in my t-shirt, maybe I'm out of my yeah, because when I came into this church, I made the greatest choice that I made to be here.
Amen.
I've been here in this church. Actually lived in this church for 6 years. Wow. 6 years, that's my maybe I'm out of my that's what my nephew even told me. However, I have seen a lot of things that's happening in this church. That's the reason I'm still here.
Praise God.
I have seen some prophecy or vision that we made. That's 4 years ago with Pastor Hector and former Pastor Noni. That, you know, this church 4 years ago is not like this. Then we have this kind, and then the members of the church maybe 20 or 30. And sometimes the praise and worship is already there at the, you're going to sing, and somebody asks me, where are the people? Where are the only people here? And I've seen Pastor Hector how he struggled. And then he asked me if I can stay in this church for a while, just to watch the property, because it is vandalized. There's some graffiti, there are cutting fences there, and we're throwing a lot of, you know, a lot of things over here. And it took me a month to decide. So I just sleep in my car. And Pastor Hector told me, come on, go inside. No, just sleep in my car. For a month, that's winter time. And rather don't know it. And then I decided, because I don't want to, you know, take advantage of something that they're offering. So I just endure the winter time, it's cold. And the Pastor Hector said, okay, after a month, I decided, okay, maybe I can stay in this church because I want also to know God in Jesus Christ. Because I was raised in a Catholic family, because in the Philippines, we are all Catholic, 90%. then I still remember my mother bringing me in the church. That's my first exposure. And then I became an altar boy. When I graduated from elementary, my father decided that I will go in the seminary, minor seminary, because he thinks I'm going to become a priest. There are also God and Jesus Christ. You know, there's when Jesus Christ was crucified, there's two guys with him. And one said to him, "Remember me, once you come to your kingdom." You know what he asked? Just to be remembered. But Jesus sees his heart, how sincere he is, his faith. And what he said? Jesus said to him, "Today, you will be in paradise with me."
Amen.
You see, nothing is too late for us here. That's all I can share.
Praise God. Praise God.
You've been waiting for someone to bring you peace, and all your patience is rolling. You're lost in a bucket full of broken promises. You stepped on all of your breath, burned all your bridges and sold all your stolen goods. You're at the end of your road. Birds watch you fall, and even the angels pass you by. You can put your faith in Jesus again, and He will give you another chance. Put your faith in Jesus again, so you'll dance a tango with demons. You got tangled up, and there's nothing to see what you want to be. You put out the fire, put out the light, waiting on someone to show you the way to see. In a shattered mirror, the pieces stress out a smile. And all the while, the verdict of the trial is the grain of a mustard seed. So put on your face, put on your armor, put all your faith in Jesus again. He will give you another chance. He will give you another chance. Jump down the fire and break all the chains. Walk out the darkness, you got another chance. Break all the fire, break all the chains. Come out of darkness, you got another chance. Come out of the fire, break all the chains. You got another chance. Step out the doorway, step in the light. Step out of darkness, you got another chance. Put your faith in Jesus again, and He will give you another chance. Put your faith in Jesus again, He will give you another chance. Get out the fire and break all the chains, break all the darkness. You got another chance. Get out the fire, break all the chains. Come out of darkness, you got another chance. Come out of the fire, break all the chains. Come out of darkness, you got another chance. Come out of darkness, break all the chains. Get out the fire, you got another chance.
Amen. Amen.